Chip Maxwell here for 94.5 FM, 1420 AM, The Answer. One of the narratives in the presidential campaign is that Donald Trump is a racist. Trump challenged that narrative by declaring that Hillary Clinton is the bigot in that race. He called out Clinton and the Democratic Party for exploiting African Americans for 50 years, telling them that the Democrats are their friends and will make life better for them with food stamps and other government programs. Throughout this country, the highest concentrations of poverty and violence for African Americans are in cities run by Democrats. Trump says he wants better for African Americans. He is inviting black citizens to abandon the self-destructive politics of anger and dependency promoted by Democrats and instead rally to the party that wants African Americans to prosper and participate in the American dream. It's a tough sell. I had a spirited exchange on the radio with a black caller who had no use for the Tea Party. He said African Americans align overwhelmingly on the left with the Democratic Party because the Republican, conservative, Tea Party right side of the political spectrum is racist. I said blacks have been played by the Democratic Party for decades. That really set him off. He laughed and said my comment is why blacks gravitate to the Democratic Party. Racists on the right think blacks are too dumb to understand what is in their best interest. I said it wasn't about stupidity or intelligence. It was about making the wrong choice. Very smart people can make very wrong choices. I'm saying African Americans invested in the Democratic Party are mistaken, not ignorant. During the 2004 presidential campaign, there was a student straw poll at the predominantly black inner-city middle school in Omaha where I worked. A black student was explaining to me his choice of U.S. Senator John Kerry, Democrat from Massachusetts, over the Republican incumbent, President George W. Bush. Bush hates black people, the student said matter-of-factly. I said I was surprised to hear that and asked how the student knew. Because he's a Republican, the student replied, as if explaining that the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. It's simply the way things are. I noted that Bush's father and our 41st president, Republican George H.W. Bush, had picked Colin Powell to be the first black chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the nation's highest-ranking military officer and a crucial advisor to the commander-in-chief. I also noted that Bush the son had picked Powell to be the first black Secretary of State, one of the most important positions in a presidential administration, and then picked Condoleezza Rice, a black woman, to be his national security advisor, and then chose Rice to succeed Powell as Secretary of State. I asked the student to guess my party affiliation, and we both burst out laughing. My burden as a Tea Party conservative Republican is to convince African Americans that their future depends on the same things every American's future depends on: self-reliance, personal responsibility, and striving to participate in and contribute to American exceptionalism. Then Trump's invitation to vote for opportunity and prosperity will resonate. For more on this and other topics, join me, Chip Maxwell, Saturday morning at 6 for Check with Chip. That's Check with Chip, Saturday morning at 6 on 94.5 FM, 1420 AM, The Answer.